So I know a lot of people are just like buying the dip and selling the top like throughout a whole bull market. Sure, that works, but right now we got a situation where like we're pulling back hard and we might be even going sideways for a little bit. And
Yeah.
so like this kind of goes into the other thing I wanted to talk about today too, which is portfolio construction, right? Because it's important to have a little cash on the side. Because during this whole week during the pullback, I'd actually been watching support levels and actually bought back in on some positions like Tesla and Nvidia where I was waiting for a pullback to get in at a better price. So yeah, I think that part's like really important. But like the most important thing I think for people to realize is that price doesn't continuously go up, right?
Mm.
So like you need to learn to cash out, keep something on the side, and like I know a lot of people don't want to put the time into like figuring out the macroeconomic factors, but it's really important. I think even for traders, right? Because right now you're finding it hard to kind of get your trades going because the market's not it's not moving in a momentum stage anymore, right?
Yeah, I know you and I were talking about this on the weekend. Like I was asking you about, because like obviously you're just kind of teaching me a little bit about how to trade Bitcoin futures and stuff like that. But I was asking you, I've been looking at the charts the past week, and I was like, I haven't really seen anything in Bitcoin that I want. I was like, how many trades have you made this week? And you said you only made one trade this week so far, and usually you do quite a few. And then I said, yeah, even on my normal stock trades, I only made one trade this week because I just didn't see anything else. Nothing was really doing what I wanted it to. So I think that's kind of an important thing for people to realize too. Is you don't have to trade every day. Like David and I have been doing this for years, and both of us are doing completely separate things, and both of us just happen to only trade once because that's all we saw, right? So it's the age old thing. The market gives what it gives. You don't have to play everything. Just keep your focus down. And I think one of the things too I want to mention for anyone that's been investing or swing trading or just buying or day trading or like whatever you've been doing, if you have kind of been starting just in the past year and you've having pretty good success, I would say now is probably a pretty good time to, hopefully you've been saving some of the trades that you've been doing, but I would say go back and take a look at, some of your biggest winners, some of your best movers, and start to kind of dissect them a little bit more, because like what you're going to find is if the markets do turn or they start selling off or going sideways, what you're going to find is probably, at least half of those trades that you made won't necessarily work out the same way. So you want to find whichever ones were the biggest movers and really just compare all the factors in between those specific trades. If you got 20 or 10 trades or whatever that were huge movers compared to, a half dozen or a dozen of the other ones, then take a look at those and see what the main factors are, see why they went so much further, and try and start setting up like a really strict criteria for yourself, because you're going to want to be much more choosy when you get into sideways markets or bear markets.